How do you make an 1176 compressor even better? Simple. You make a collection of 1176 compressors. Thanks to Universal Audio, we've got just that. Let's check it out. Hey everyone and welcome. My name is Carlo Libertini and thanks for hanging with us today here at Music Marketing TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and become part of our team today. We can get access to videos like this and so much more. We're happy to have you. And don't forget to leave your creative comments below. Today we're going to look at the 1176 plugin collection by the great folks at Universal Audio. Now I'm pretty excited about this because I've worked with each and every one of these hardware counterparts and I love them, and they're industry standard for a reason. I don't think when Bill Putnam originally created these at Universal Audio, he had any idea that he was just making a legacy happen in action. And we get to reap the benefits in a plugin version. Now, these plugin versions are not only faithfully modeled, but they include some really cool features that the hardware versions don't have. And I like that. So let's dive right in. I've created a session for us to listen to today. And I'm working on this demo song. I thought it'd be fun to throw these on a couple of tracks and dive right in and share this time with you. So let's take a quick listen. We've got the Universal Audio, the original one here at the top, the Bluestripe, which was Bill Putnam's original design. And keep in mind that these are FET compressors. They're field effect transistor compressors, which means that they are very fast. Great on drums, great on certain types of vocal styles too. Anything that has a unique attack, these are wonderful for working with. Super musical too. And then under that, we've got the 1176 LN, which stands for low noise version. I like this one a lot. Some people say it's very pleasant and smoothing in the mid-range and has a nice linear response characteristics to it, but I still find that it's very punchy and clear. And of course, down here at the bottom is probably my favorite, although I do love them all, and that's the Anniversary Edition. Now, all three of these come in the plugin collection when you buy them. The Anniversary Edition, I think, is great for a lot of reasons. For one, it's the only one to feature a 2-to-1 ratio button right here at the bottom. See that? The other ones don't have them. They'll go 4, 8, 12, and 20. This one goes for 2, 4, 8, and 20. So that's nice to have as an option. And it includes a lot of the hot rod modded features over the decades that have been fan favorites for so many people are now included in this plugin version. So let's take a listen and then we'll talk more about what makes each one unique. Now you can see I have the original Bluestripe one here on my main, on my master bus. I'm using the 1176 low noise version here on Guitar 2, for example. And the 1176 Anniversary Edition, right now we're seeing it on my overheads, my left and right stereo drum overheads. These do have something special about them. And you do have to spend some time with it on your own material to really experience it. Because, you know, we could talk about this all day long, but definitely check out the description below for links and more information. Because once you understand really and feel what they can do, you start to open up a whole new dimension to your mixes. All right, let's take a listen to, let me close this one and bring our overheads up here. And let's solo them. And I'll bring in some bass guitars too for us. Why not? Because I love bass. And here we're looking at the plugin now on the overheads. I'll give you a little tip here. In the menu section, you could choose a different scaling size. I love this. Let's say I wanted to make it 175%. And I could say apply that to all. So every instance of the 1176 from Universal Audio here in the plugin collection will all now appear this large if you wanted that. Now let's talk about the 1176 and part of the magic. It has a fixed threshold and it's famous for that, or a predetermined threshold. And it's kind of good in a way because it's a set value, which means that if you want compression, it's going to really happen here at the input stage. So this will control the amount of compression because you're driving it into the predetermined threshold level. And then what's above that is going to start compressing downward with the attack and release variables here. And then you got an output to compensate for your gain. Okay, so increasing this level here is going to increase your compression values. So keep that in mind. And actually, let's listen to the drums now. Let me lower my bass. Here we have it on the overheads. Here's without. And here's with. So why don't we adjust these now? I'm going to drive a little bit more of compression, and let's give it a little more gain. I want my attack to be a little softer, although these are very, very fast attacks. Let's take a listen to this. Oh yeah. There's a little bit more vibe now. Here's before. Here's after. It does something I really love to the cymbals too. I'm going to lower the output a little bit more. There we go. And it's as easy as that. But don't forget, you do have different ratio values here. 2:1 here in the AE Anniversary Edition model, as I explained earlier. And your metering, of course, you got gain reduction, +8, -4. You could deactivate it if you want. I don't know why. I typically like gain reduction there to see. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are some features in the plugin that aren't available in the hardware counterpart. And two of those features are right here, the HR, which is Headroom Control, and the Mix. Now, I love these because you could custom tailor here with the Headroom Control button. This is only unique to the plugin here. And you can customize the characteristics independently from the input levels, which means that if you add more by coming to the plus side here, actually you can click the plus sign, see that? What you're doing is you're imparting more harmonic distortion and color. And you could take some away by doing the opposite. By default, I think it's at 16 decibels. Let's increase it a little bit more and take a listen. Let me reduce it now. Ready? See that? A little bit less drive, a little bit less harmonic distortion. Let's increase it. So by default, I'm going to control click it and bring it up to center. That would be default. I'm going to add some more of the Headroom Control. Here's before. And here's after. I think this is a really unique feature, and I'm so happy to have it now in the plugin version, because let's say you wanted the use your 1176, but you wanted to reduce some of the characteristics. Let's say you're working with softer instruments, violins, orchestral stuff, for example, or piano. You could reduce the effect here or increase it for other instruments, let's say like a rock guitar or a snare drum or such. Now, with the mix control down here, this also is not included with the original hardware. Default value is fully clockwise here to the plus side. This is like a wet dry. So you can blend these controls here. Watch, I can select it down a little bit more. In the middle would be 50-50 of what the original signal was and 50% of the 1176 AE characteristics in this version, since we're using that plugin model. Or all the way to the left is going to be nothing. So you can use this for parallel compression purposes without having to do any additional routing. All can happen right in here. So you can blend between the original signal and what the 1176 is doing. Let's do that right now in real time. I'll take it all the way down for you. And here we go. Now I'm going to increase it. It just comes alive. Now, most of the time, you're probably going to leave it slammed all the way to the right like that. But there will be times where maybe you want a little bit more of the dry signal in there, or the original signal, I should say. Well, now you've got it with the mix control there. And the output gain obviously compensates for any gain differences when you're applying the compression here. All right? reduce, increase. Okay. So there's a gain stage for you. I love that. Now let's talk about the ratio here. As you can see in this version, we have 2:1, 4:1, 8:1, and 20:1. And obviously it's going to determine the intensity of the compression that's applied. And I love that we've got the buttons, and you might be very familiar with the all-in buttons effect. I believe we could hold shift and just slam them all in. There you go. This is giving you the all-in effect. And I'm holding my shift button while I'm doing that. You could also do a combination of buttons, which is unique to the plugin too. Watch, I just have the 2 and the 4. You might be able to do this on the hardware. If you know for certain, why don't you leave it in the comments below? I'd love to know if you can do that too. If I just select this one and this one, or this one, and let's see what kind of combinations I can come up with. Yeah, quite a couple of variable ones. So this was unintentional. I don't think the original designer, I think Bill intended this to be a thing, but somebody tried it, and I'm glad they did. And all of that all-in compression magic is now included here in every plugin version. All right, and it's going to do different things. I mean, people love doing this on drums. I could hear it on drums often on radio mixes every day. And now you know how to do it here on the plugin version too. All right, now the anniversary edition though that we're looking at here has a fixed 10 millisecond slow attack right here. You can see SLO, and that's when it's moved fully counterclockwise. I think that's 10 milliseconds. So that's another thing that's unique to the anniversary edition. Remember, I said it included a lot of modifications over the years that people really love what's built into this version here. It's kind of why I do love this version. And then of course you got the attack release control effects where you can choose how fast it attacks. And it's a fast compressor. I'm not going to kid you, obviously. And I think the release is sometime between 50 milliseconds and 1.1 seconds. So it can really hold on for quite a while there in the world of compressors. All right, let's take a listen to what we've got here. Now you can hear that I also do have it on my bass bus right here. Let's see, I'm using the low noise version. And now that we covered some of the settings, you can see where my settings are. I'm not applying any headroom here or mix control. I could drive it a little bit more here with that feature. We're talking about the headroom control. But I'm using a preset called Bass Squeeze. So let's open up our presets, and you can see I just love Universal Audio's preset management here. Here under bass, you can select this, and you can scroll through any of these. You can mark them as favorites too. You can see that I have a couple favorites myself. I have some personal ones that I've created, I should say, myself. And you know what? Here's some of my personal ones that I've created. It's so easy because you could quickly grab something. They're all artfully made. Do you want light compression, the best of something heavy, something for vocals, guitar, and then tweak it from there and just choose save. I always save mine with my initials, a dash, and then kind of a description of what it is. All right, and then you can mark them as favorites like so. So when you go to your favorites, there they are for you. So you can start collecting your own bank of favorites here. You could search, you could tag them, and I just love Universal Audio's preset browser. All right. Next up, let's see, I think I have it on some guitars. Yeah, there's the Bluestripe. This is faithfully to Bill's original design here. I just absolutely love this compressor. I think it's the one that really started it all, especially for me. You can see I'm using a preset called Flat Iron. Let's take all my solos off and let's take a listen. If you're using earphones, be careful. I try to keep my levels pretty respectable, but just giving you a heads up. You can see I've got a high ratio here of 12. And this is on the guitar bus. Just absolutely beautiful and sounds amazing. And here on my pad, let me open this up. You can see I've got the Bluestripe here, the original one on my pad. And we're gonna have to do something fun here. Let's play, I'm using Dirty Parallel Compression preset. Let's play just the pads. Here's without. It's doing quite a bit, but I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna add more harmonic distortion here by hitting the plus symbol. Yeah, let me reduce the compression effect a little bit. And of course I would have to do this in reference to the mix while it's playing back. But I wanted you to hear how this is working on the Headroom Control on the synth. I'm gonna increase my release and my attack. And you could blend some of the original signal if I wanted, but that's probably something I would tweak while I'm listening to it in reference to the other tracks. Ready? Sounds nice. I'll bypass the 1176 on the keyboard. Ready? Here's without. Slightly in the back, a little lost in the mix, right? I want it more outstanding. Here we go. Forward, up front, clear. There's a lot of presence now. And there you go. So the 1176 collection is going to include all three of those versions that I showed you. And this is all you're going to need. I mean, they are world famous for a reason. You get the blackface, low noise version. You get the anniversary edition. You get the original Bill Putman version and they all have the extra features here that I showed you right here with the mix control. Here, let me show you right here with the Headroom Control and the mix control. And the best way to find out, though, of course, is always for yourself. So visit the links below. Don't forget to download a version for yourself today. Check it out, try it out, leave some comments. I would love to know what you think of what you're working on or what your experiences are with these plugins as well. But most of all, don't forget to like and subscribe. Become part of our team today here at Music Marketing. We're so happy to have you. My name's Carlo Libertini. Stay busy and stay creative.